I have a very strong memory of the first time I met President Nicholas.
The first time I saw him, I noticed just by looking at him that he had a warmth about him.
Mr. Ridley introduced us, and at that time, Mr. Nichols did not know that I was blind.
It was my first time being on a committee to negotiate a contract. We didn't get to a point to settle, so we called a strike.
I was on the negotiating committee. We had been negotiating the contract of the long-term care facility where I worked.
I had to explain to him that I couldn't see. He was just amazed that I was here, you know, taking the courses and pursuing something, you know, trying to better my life, and I was visually impaired. So he told me never let that stop me.
When I saw everybody out there and Henry out there, all of a sudden I understood what it was to be in a union.
He's always fighting for equal pay for workers, and he's always fighting for the vulnerable and low-income members of the community.
He's a tireless worker and leader who has set the bar really high for the labor movement, for his members, for his retirees, for the next generation.
We were all exhausted, and here he comes in fresh as a daisy with a tailored suit and looking on point, and just incredibly powerful image that I have of President Nicholas walking into the room. And within an hour, the contract was settled.
We needed to do something that would help educate our membership so that they would have jobs for upward mobility. We began to tell the employers that we wanted to train an upgrading fund. Within 18 months, we had put together a program. Our first group to graduate was the licensed practical nurses. After that, we were able to do so many things. One of the things we wanted to do was make sure that we included the community. So we set up programs to assist the community to be able to utilize our fund for upward mobility.
I came to 1199C because I became a displaced worker.
I ended up at 1199C because I was actually a high school dropout, and I look forward to getting my GED, but I needed the right kind of push.
Despite having a postgraduate degree in mass communication and journalism and a Bachelor of Arts degree, I could not get a job. So 1199C put me back into training so that I was able to be trained on the job.
The Behavioral Health Technician program positively impacted my life because now I can say I am certified.
I have a certification in mental health first aid, and I have a certification in CPR.
Before now, I would have never thought I would be like certified in the state of Pennsylvania or in the system at all. But through him, now I'm getting to experience like the real life experience.
Went from being a high school dropout to getting my GED with the help of my instructors to now in the CNA program, to hopefully in the future moving on to becoming a behavioral health counselor.
Just knowing what he built for us it gives me chills.
He wants everybody to rise up and be, contribute to the society in their own little ways, because he believes that everybody has a talent and everybody has a strength, and when we contribute to that together as a community, then we come out stronger.
Well, I was walking back from lunch one day and I hadn't decided to run for mayor yet. I was thinking about it, and I was walking by one of the portals of City Hall, and they were having a rally for retirees in the courtyard. And I heard Henry Nicholas' booming voice say that we are supporting Jim Kenney for mayor, and it was a surprise to me because I hadn't announced yet, but Henry has a way of making things happen.
Henry can talk about a subject without a note, without any hint of somebody prompting him, because he's lived the subject. And he's one of the best people I know of getting a message out, whether it be one-to-one or whether it be in a community makeup or at a meeting.
The man's a genius in his own right. You know, he comes up with all of these ideas, but one thing about it is he's able to turn those ideas into reality.
Henry has built 1199C into a very vibrant institution, and he has been recognized, obviously citywide, but regionally and nationally as a labor leader, and we're very proud of that.
I think it's really the measure of Henry as a union leader and as a person is his ability to listen, to understand, and to speak in a voice that is both appreciated and understood by our members.
He speaks what's on his mind. He's down to earth. He is who he is, and that's what I respect about him.
Thank you to President Nicholas for all your years of service, commitment, and dedication to the organization that you built so proudly.
I'm grateful for your leadership as an International Vice President of AFSCME, for the advice and counsel you've given me over so many years. It's a privilege, my friend, to call you my brother.
I really appreciate all the opportunities really that you open up to me. Without you, I highly doubt that I'd be standing here right now, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for 1199C.
Thank you for allowing me to reach my educational goals as well as my career goals.
I would not be where I am today without you and all of your hard work.
Thank you so much for your vision.
It's been your vision that has driven the vision of the training fund.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if it weren't for you, I would not have what I have now.
Thank you for all that you have done for me, my family, and for 1199C. We are one because of you.
Given me some sort of guidance without even knowing it to the kind of leadership that I hope that I've been able to do because of knowing you.
Thank you for everything you've done, everything you're doing, and everything you will do.
Thank you, because without you, this would not be possible.